Hi, y'all. It's your boy Fro. Today I'm going to be talking about quite a stinker, and that's The Exorcist Believer, the latest film in a franchise that goes about 50 years or so. This time around, it's directed by David Gordon Green, who's also the director of Pineapple Express. So ain't nothing to it but to do it. We're following a guy named Victor, played by Leslie Odom Jr., who recently lost his wife in a massive earthquake in Haiti, but before she dies, the doctors give him a choice to either save the baby that she's carrying or her life. Now, we assume that he chooses the baby, she grows up 13 years later, and that's where the film really kicks off. Through the years, Victor has lost his faith due to the death of his wife, and his daughter Angela is still trying to contact her somehow, so she gets her best friend Catherine, who's the daughter of a Christian family of the same town, and the two of them venture off and perform a seance in hopes of reaching out to Angela's mother. The two girls go missing, and the entire town goes on a search party looking for them after 3 whole days. They eventually discover them in a random barn. The girls have no recollection where they are. They're extremely confused. Their feet are all blistered and burned up. Through the next couple days, they do start to show more signs of being possessed, and their appearance grows more grotesque. And nobody seems to understand or believe what's going on until the neighbor, who previously was nagging Victor, our lead, to put his trash cans back where his house is. And she lays it on Victor that the daughter is definitely possessed, because she tells him that the demon inside the daughter is the only one that knows that the neighbor Anne had an abortion before she became a nun. So the demon calls her by her nun name that she doesn't go by anymore, and that's what really shakes her up. And she gives Victor a book written by no other than Chris MacNeil, played by Ellen Burstyn in the original OG Exorcist film. Ellen Burstyn does pop up here yet again in an extended cameo, I would say, and she's here to give caution to Victor and to also tell him that she's been through this song and dance before. We also learn that Regan, played by Linda Blair, has deserted her mother and wants nothing to do with her since the events occurred in the first film. Big spoilers here, but I do think they make a really dumb decision when it comes to the character of Chris, when they have her go to Catherine's house to help cast out the demon, and Catherine, while possessed, she stabs Chris's eyes out of her sockets with the cross, and I thought this moment was really stupid. It was like the worst moment in the film for me, and I'm really surprised they didn't kill her off. They've been doing this so many times in this trope, like the recent Texas Chainsaw Massacre film where they bring back a legacy character about 30 plus years later and kill him off in a very clumsy way and unsatisfying way. And I feel the same way with Scream 5. I won't spoil who, but that pissed me off so much. So they don't kill her off, but they do have her in a blindfold for the rest of the 2-minute screen time that she has in the film. And she does survive. And spoilers, Linda Blair does pop up as Regan at the very end of the movie, but just for 2 seconds. She only has half a line before we go to the end credits. The ending did leave me scratching my head quite a bit, because religions are all combined by all the characters to combat the demon and try to cast them out of the two girls. And I'm thinking to myself, is that how it really works? In my personal opinion, I don't think so. The demon does play a trick on Victor and the other Christian family when it makes them choose between who's going to be saved. And it looks for a second that Angela dies and Catherine lives, but the demon reveals that whoever's the one that gets picked is the one that's getting taken away. So Catherine is the one that gets dragged to hell, and Angela gets saved. Victor goes on to live with Angela, and they kind of have a happy ending. And the Christian family's daughter, Catherine, is the one that dies, so they're mourning. And that's the end of the film. I thought that was pretty messed up. I'm thinking, why not kill both of the girls or save both of the girls? It's like one has to die, one has to live. I thought it was a pretty strange decision. In regards to the possession makeup, I'll say that it looked pretty bad. It wasn't working for me. And there are some moments of terrible CGI, like when a character gets killed by having his neck completely twisted around. That made me groan quite a bit. If there's anything that kind of worked for me here, I'll say that the first 30 or 40 minutes kind of felt like a search party crime drama mystery thriller. So it did kind of leave me invested with how they were going to find the girls. But after that, I feel like it went completely downhill from there, and there's no payoff in my opinion. So I'm going to give The Exorcist Believer a 2 out of 10. I do have relief that David Gordon Green is not attached to any more Exorcist films, because there were 2 more planned after this, but this movie did so bad at the box office and it completely flopped that the studio scrapped him, and they brought in Mike Flanagan to direct the brand new one that's gonna be made very soon. So David Gordon Green got completely kicked off. I really enjoy Pineapple Express, and I do have a guilty pleasure with Halloween Kills. It's not a great film, but in my opinion, he just was not a good choice for this kind of movie at all. And that's my review. Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe to help out the channel. Comment below. Let me know what you think about this movie. If you like it, if you hate it, let me know your thoughts. Hit that Patreon in my description box, and I appreciate y'all. Much love. I'm out.